What's up everybody, Swillow here, and today I'm bringing you a little gameplay guide for the Avengers. So I have this technique with Captain America where you can return your shield to you instantly after throwing it out. So basically, let me just show you how his shield throw normally works. When you throw it out, it'll bounce off objects, it'll bounce off of enemies, and then it'll return to you. And it takes varying times depending on how far you throw it, what it bounces off of, if it's ricocheting and stuff like that. But there's a way to get the shield back instantly, and that's by pressing the triangle button, which is your heavy attack button. So if you watch here, I'll throw the shield, and then you see I just did the heavy attack button and it came back instantly. It's like it didn't even leave my hands. So this is really cool, but the thing is that when you do the heavy attack, it's kind of slow in itself, so it's not always effective to cancel into the heavy attack. So in order to make this technique the most effective, you have to cancel the heavy attack into another option. So let's say I throw my shield, I do heavy attack, and then I cancel into a back step or any other kind of step. So that's a cool way to return your shield quickly. You can do that, and you can go straight into throwing more. So for instance, I can get like a sort of throwing setup like that by dodge canceling my dodge into the throw animation and continuing from there. So the main reason you would want to use this, there's a lot of situations and you really have to just play and get a feel for the situations where returning your shield instantly has the most value. So say sometimes you're throwing your shield and it just goes stray for a really long time. Sometimes you'll throw it and it just kind of gets lost out there for a little bit. This is really handy for those situations. Or let's say you're focusing on a single target and you know, like let's say the kick, the little kick that he has, this right here, it has a lot of ricochet properties. So whenever it hits one enemy, even if you're not even trying to ricochet it, it's always going to ricochet and hit other enemies. So if you're focusing a single target, you can bypass all those ricochets and return it to you instantly that way. Or even if you're just like really far away, because when you're throwing it at a target really far away, like it takes a lot longer for it to return to you. So you see, like if I throw it here, it's gonna come back like instantly because it's bouncing off something close range. But the thing is, if I throw it something further away, it's gonna take longer to come back. So you see how long that's taken to come back after bouncing? That's a long time. So if I do that, I can just get it back instantly. So there's a bit of timing. You have to be able to react to when it hits. See right there, I did it too early, so I wouldn't hit my target. But if you react to once it hits something, you can then cancel into it, and you can save some of that bounce back time. And in a situation where you're only focusing one target, it's usually not a big deal, but it can be a bigger deal in the ricochet situations or if your shield just gets lost around. Anyways, that's really all there is to it. You can kind of experiment with different ways, like say I can cancel into a jump, all kinds of stuff. You can kind of use it as you see fit. I think this is more of a technique that you really have to just play the game and get a feel for situations where you want to get your shield back instantly. But it's definitely something worth incorporating into your play, because especially if you're playing a very long range or if you're focusing on a single target and you're trying to up your damage output, because you know, like one of Captain America's best damage tools is just straight up doing his power shot into the kick. But you want to get your shield back so that you can just continue to loop that on enemies to up your damage output. So this is just a really neat technique in that regard. Anyways, if you have any questions, just leave a comment. Thank you all for watching. Peace.